Hello! Pokemon's become popular all of a sudden again, hasn't it? Yeah, we're all going outside, loitering around public places, tapping away at our phones. It must be the older generation's absolute worst nightmare. So in the wake of this, I thought it'd be a fun idea to post on my Facebook profile a status that said, if you want me to assign you a Pokemon based on your personality, just give this a like, I'll make a video about it. And here's the video, that's what I'm doing right now. If you know me in real life, you might know some of these people. If you don't, then it's a good opportunity to see some pictures of my friends, I guess. Sure, whatever. So I really didn't expect many people to do this, but I think around about 30 people have. So I'm going to go through this quick, and we're just going to, get right to it. So the first person on the list is my friend Alex. And the thing about Alex is that he's very proud and loyal, and nothing really gets to him. So I figured Growlithe would be a good choice. Can you see the relation? I think it's fairly obvious. So yeah, Alex, you're a Growlithe. And the second person on the list is my friend Matt. And Matt is definitely a Mr. Mime, because he's goofy, he's fun to have around, and he looks a bit weird. Next up is Ryan. And the thing about Ryan is he's very playful. He's always a good person to have around. You always feel better about yourself when he's there. And the really interesting thing is, he's got a lot of potential. He can be anything. He can just fill any role, no matter the situation. So I figured he was a Poliwhirl. Because Poliwhirl is also, it's quite fun. Look at it, it's cute, But it can evolve two different ways, into Politoed or Poliwrath. So I figured that would be a good fit for Ryan. And then we have Matt. I know, I've said Matt before, but it's a different Matt. I know more than one Matt. It's pretty crazy, but I hope you're following along. And I figured that Matt would be a Nidoran, because Nidoran is, just like Matt, quite small, quite youthful, and just, it's not quite reached adulthood yet, but it's gonna get there. And now for Craig. Craig is really cool because he's a musician. And what are musicians typically associated with in the Pokemon world? That's right, electricity. Because, they plug their guitars into amps, I guess, is the logic. So I figured he'd be a Magnemite, because Magnemites are quite rocky, quite kind of punk, very industrial, but also the really interesting thing is they stick together. Literally, when they evolve, they become three. And it's just magnetism, and the thing about Craig is he always sticks with his friends, no matter what, through thick and thin, he's inseparable. So, Magnemite. And now with Georgie. Now, Georgie was difficult, because there's a lot to it. There's a lot to Georgie's personality, but I think I've got there, I went with Flareon, because Flareon, well, first of all, it's got red hair. Obviously, there's that. But another thing is that Flareon is quite representative of its personality. It's expressive, it's unique, because Flareon is one of 3 different options for Eevee to evolve into. And I felt that quite well represented her in that she isn't afraid, She does what she wants, and damn you if you say differently. So that's Georgie. Also, Flareon's gorgeous, and so is Georgie. So. And continuing the theme with absolutely beautiful redheads, we've got Jessica. And Jessica, I figured that she'd be more of a Ninetales, because she's quite mysterious. She's also just... well, she's a makeup artist, and Ninetales is very well groomed, and, it fits. It fits. Follow Jessica's Instagram, Ivory Fox MUA. Do it now. And here's a really cool thing for Alex. For Alex, I went with Shelder because it's a bit cheeky, but also the really cool thing about Shelder is when it bites onto a Slowpoke's tail, it's done, sticks there for life, and he's really loyal to his friends. No matter who you are, he will stick with you, and that's really cool. So Shelder. Now with Rosie was quite difficult for me. A, because I've never actually met her in person. It's a really weird thing, I've known her for quite a while, but we've only ever talked online. But I think I got it, It took me a lot of thinking, but I went with Venomoth. And that's an interesting pick, it's an interesting suggestion, but I think the reason is because initially, she seems quite intimidating. Look at her, very regal. However, when you get to know her, absolutely worth getting to know. She's beautiful, she's lovely, she's amazing, just like a moth. A lot of people are scared of moths, but if you look at one up close, it's really majestic. And there you go, that's Rosie. Now, Emma. Emma was easy. Emma was so easy to choose for. I went with Omastar, because look at that thing, it's so punk, it's got a mohawk. Easy. Done. Next. Adam, again, very easy. Porygon, because he's a techno whiz. That's it. Any machinery, it's his domain. It's what he does. It's Adam. For Dylan, again, running with the theme of easy choices, he's an execute, because he's found in exotic locations, and also, he's very sociable. That's Dylan, that's execute. Next one, come on, easy. Now with Kim, she's Goldeen, because she seems really cute, but she'll fuck you up. She will absolutely destroy you. And that's Kim, that's Goldeen, we're done here. Josh, oh Josh, you're a Bellsprout. Because you're all limbs. It's just all you are, it's just limbs. Everywhere. Limbs. You're a Bellsprout. Now with Laura, here's the interesting thing, because she's been through a lot to get where she is today. She's faced challenges, she's faced hurdles, she's gotten over a lot of stuff, and she's all the stronger for it. Just like Gyarados. Simple fit. It's perfect. I'm so good at this. Adam, you're a licky tongue, because you're just absolutely ridiculous, and I love you, mate. You're amazing. Caitlin, just Kangaskhan, because you're this really protective mother, and you'll fight anyone who attacks your children. Your many, many children, me included. You're a Kangaskhan. Shani, you'll fight anybody. I'm pretty certain of that. If I showed you a guy, you'd fight him. If I showed you a girl, you'd fight her. It's just Mankey. That's what you are. Now Greg, you're big and strong, but you're secretly a nerd. So I've gone with Wartortle. Because it's big and strong, but secretly it's a nerd. Now with Emma, again, redhead, so Vulpix. Because you're really adorable, and you're lovely, and you've got a bright future ahead of you. Easy choice. Easy choice. Next, please. Now with Lucy, I went with a Rhyhorn. And that might seem an odd choice, but I felt that Rhyhorn was very, very motivated. Just like you. It's determined. Nothing will get in its way. When it sets its mind on something, it charges right through. That's you, man. That's you. Now with Zachary was an interesting choice because he doesn't really show much of his personality outwardly. He's quite stoic, doesn't talk much, but if you look at him, he's tiny and adorable, so I went with Staryu. And I think you'll agree with me that that's a really good choice. Now Sadie is this brilliant woman. I'm glad to know her because she can find the beauty in anything, even when other people think it's ugly or smelly or gross or just anything. She always finds the perfection in it, just like a Vileplume. James, you're a Slowbro. Cause dude, you're hilarious. You're just so great. Slowbro. Bro. Now Steph. Oh boy, Steph. If you follow Steph on Twitter or Instagram or just anything, if you've ever seen Steph, you'll know that she's a goddamn queen. And what better Pokemon to resemble a queen than Nidoqueen? Nidoqueen is strong, but it doesn't lose its femininity. That's Steph. Beautiful, gorgeous, lovely. Absolutely strong-willed and will stab you if you say anything wrong about anyone she cares about. With her horn on her head. Nidoqueen. Now for Ryan, I was going to give you something really cool, but you then made a joke about me giving you an Ekans, so you're Ekans. There you go. Lara. Now if there's anything I know about Lara, is that she knows what she believes in, and she's immovable in that opinion. And I figured, what Pokemon has this impenetrable shield, this great defense? Why, it's a Cloyster! You can't get in a Cloyster's shell, you can't move it. There you go. Alicia, she knows what she wants. When she wants something, she gets it quick. She's proud. She's a Ponyta. It's obvious. Now with Bethany, come on, look at her. She's a princess. She's legendary. She's from a fairy tale. She's a Dragonair. Come on, Charlotte. This was another easy one, She's a Wigglytuff. Look at her. She's totally a Wigglytuff. She's cute as a button. She's the cutest, most adorable thing you'll ever see. But she will fight you, and she will yell at you, and she's tough. She's tough. she's wiggly, I guess. Sure. And here we are. Last but by no means least, we have Shannon. And Shannon, she puts others before herself. She cares about you. She's always this wonderful healer who's always willing to listen to what's wrong and to give good advice. And she's a Chansey, you know, she's a healer. She's that really rare friend who's just so lovely. So there we have it. There's the entire list. If you were on the list, I hope you're happy with your chosen Pokemon. I know it took me a long time to decide them. If you're not on the list, or maybe you want to be, then tweet me and I'll give you a Pokemon based on my impression of you. So I hope you enjoyed that. New Pokemon video coming soon. Thanks for watching. Gotta catch 'em all. What am I doing?